What's happening, everybody? I'm starting this video off a little bit different because what you getting ready to watch is about this old girl looking over my left shoulder. It's kind of like two things in one video, but the main thing is what the thumbnail was about. And what I want to do is take the time to give y'all an honest and thorough review based on the upgrade that was done. So just bear with me and stay tuned, and hopefully you enjoy and learn from the video. All right, real quick, as you can see, putting the other springs on the front had lifted up the fender off the tire a little bit. I love that it rides a little bit better, and it actually more so matches the same gap in the back. So this is the stance that I'm looking for. The ride quality, I'm gonna do some more to the back to kind of fix that, but I like where it sits and how it rides right now. So what I'm gonna do is put you on pause and open the hood, and then give you a look at how the brake master cylinder turned out. All right, y'all, we back. Got it done. Everything is on there. It's dry. Well, not outside because it's been raining and cold, you know, where I'm at, but this is pretty much what it is. The video that you're getting ready to watch is going to explain a lot of it, but I just wanted y'all to see everything is pretty much stock except for the master cylinder. Now, I understand that some people do the proportioning valve upgrade and delete the ABS entirely. I wanted to try it without deleting everything because I wanted to see if the master cylinder upgrade was what they were talking about. And based on, you know, what people were saying, I'm gonna give you my opinion at the end of the video. So enjoy the video, leave any comments, likes, shares, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see y'all at the end of the video. What's happening? Good morning and Merry Christmas to everyone. Welcome back to Working with Bobby. I'm down here to the shop mainly because I got some things that I need to get caught up on with Bell, and I actually didn't have a chance to try to get none of this stuff done until today. So while the rest of my family, my wife and kids, are enjoying each other's company, I'm gonna work on my truck. I know that may sound negative to some people, but to those of you who know me and know how much I want and like to work on my truck, this is my Christmas gift to me. So I had some things that I wanted to do for myself for my birthday, which was also earlier this month. I wasn't able to do it because some things came up that was more important in my eyes, so I had to put it off. But today I am going to address my suspension issues. I need to change my oil because I was supposed to do that last month. And I got something special that I had on my list that I wanted to do that you guys know about, but I'm gonna show you later in the video. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. All right, now for you guys that are not familiar with my channel, I encourage you to go ahead and like and subscribe, share, and do all that stuff. But real quick, I'm gonna show y'all who are new to my channel what it takes for me to get my truck up in the air somewhat and set up to where I got to do what I got to do to it. So I'm gonna get the camera turned around, and I'm not gonna record the whole thing in normal speed. I'm gonna just do a hyperlapse, but I'm gonna just show y'all what I'm working with. All right, as you can see, she look a little different in the front because I hit another deer, so this grill and all that stuff there has been replaced. So it's kind of sort of back factory. But anyway, as y'all can see, dirt floor. I got to put that wood down over there and then get set up the way I can get the truck lifted up and work on it. So once I do that, then I'll show y'all what we're gonna be doing. So just stay tuned. All right, y'all, I'm out of breath. I know you probably was only in that time lapse for like 20 or 30 seconds, but it took a long time to get to this point, and I ain't even got the wheels off yet. But at least now I can show y'all exactly what I intend on trying to do today while I'm down here. So I'm gonna pause it and then I'm gonna get everything set up to show y'all exactly what we got to get done. So stay tuned. All right, guys, boom. This is what I got to get done today. And y'all might be like, but though, where them coil springs come from? Why you putting coil springs on it? I thought you just cut your springs so you can lower your truck. Yeah, I did. But I cut too much out and got more of a drop than what I wanted. I mean, it looked good. And if those of you who hadn't watched the video, you can go back and search it and see where I had replaced the front lower control arms. And while I had it disassembled, I went ahead and did my little custom drop where I cut a coil out of the spring. Not a complete coil, it's just cutting height out. And I ended up getting a 3 to 4 inch drop rather than the 2 inch drop like I wanted to. And what that does is it affects your steering geometry, your suspension geometry. And what I didn't like about it the most, because I like the way it had handle, it didn't ride as good because obviously I got that stock shock compressed already. So it's kind of sort of, it's like having a more firmer shock on your truck or your car or whatever have you. Yes, I could have got a lowering shock. Yes, I could have put drop spinners on it, but this was what I could afford. Trust me, if I could afford to put tubular uppers and lowers and do all that QA1 coilover stuff, I definitely would. But right now, I can't. So I'm trying to get the look that I want and get all that stuff done to the best of my ability within my budget. So what I'm going to do is remeasure these, make sure they're the same height, and then I'm going to cut a certain amount out so I can get the 2 inch drop, which is going to raise this truck up a little bit in the front. I'm not going to do nothing with the back yet. Obviously y'all know that's an oil filter, but this is the type and brand and part number that I use. I really like these filters. I saw that a lot of the engine builders was using that type of filter, that and the synthetic lineup. If they can put that on a engine making 3, 4, 5,000 horsepower from Proline or whatever have you, Gene Fulton, Sonny Lennon, all them guys, if they trust them, I can trust them on my little small block Chevy. So that's that. The main thing that I wanted y'all to pay attention to, I'm getting ready to, and this was what I was supposed to do for my birthday. I got me some brake fluid, obviously. And I got the parts that I was searching for forever to do the OBS to NBS master cylinder upgrade. So I just went and got one for like I believe it was like a 90, maybe a 2000 Suburban or something like that. Just new body style GMT truck, master cylinder. And the main thing I wanted y'all to pay attention to was this. I had Amazon this. Well, I Amazon searched it. This fitting came up to be like $30. I'm like, man, $30 for a fitting? So I went to the parts stores and nobody had it and whatnot. I got this from AutoZone for like $8. You don't believe me? Heck of a receipt. See that? BLF-21C, $4.99. Oh, and then I had bought some bulbs. So it actually was cheaper than that. That was $5. Somebody on Amazon trying to sell it for $30. So beware of that. And y'all do your research before you start buying parts. The price of this, let me see, this master cylinder, and I know this might be the boring part of the video, but if somebody else trying to do this, I want them to know what they can get to be able to do this thing themselves as well. So that master cylinder, part number NMC 21775, I got it for $121. And I might could have got it cheaper from some other places, but the reason that I went that route for, going to the parts stores is because certain things I like to get to where if something go left, I can take it right back to the store and I don't have to ship it back to the seller from online or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil draining, get these wheels off because I got to rotate my tires this time around, and then I'm gonna leave them off, and then we're gonna start with the suspension stuff, which I done did a video on that, so I'm not gonna record it this time. We're gonna start with the suspension stuff, and I'm gonna get that all the way back together because I already know how much to cut out to get the drop that I want. And then I'm gonna direct my attention to this, and I just set y'all up in the tripod so y'all can see me do this. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm already familiar with replacing master cylinders, I got to bench bleed it, and then I'm gonna put it on here. I got to do something different with these lines set up, which I bought a tool for that. And then I'm gonna get that put on, and then I'm gonna bleed it at all 4 wheels, and then see what the pedal feel like. But later on in the video, we'll get more acclimated with that. So I'm gonna set y'all up in the tripod and get all that stuff done, and then I'm gonna cut y'all back on. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, guys. I wanted to take a minute just to show what I actually took apart to just simply swap out the springs. As you can see, upper ball joint, I left the tie rod in on. I loosened this bracket that attaches the brake hose to the upper control arm. Completely removed the shock and the sway in link. And then if you turn your wheel to, I'm gonna say, the most left, you can just maneuver the spring down out of the pocket and then out of the truck. I need another one of these, but they'll be fine just to isolate that spring, so I'm gonna put that right back. Can't be perfect when you're on a budget sometimes. But this is what I wanted to show y'all mostly. All right, this the spring that I took out. That's the one that's going back in. You notice how, even though it's indexed a little bit different, the only thing I got to worry about is the bottom side when I'm indexing. Because this is actually the side that's going to be setting to that flat part that's up on the frame of the truck itself. Just imagine the spring upside down. When it's sitting in the truck, it's like that. So as you can see, it's about 1 inch higher. So it's not going to have as dramatic of a drop, but it's going to be what I need it to be. Now, to each his own. Everybody do work a little bit different. Everybody want different stances with their truck, but this is what's going to help me with ride quality. Just that alone, because it's going to lift the truck up about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches to where I actually want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one put in. I'm gonna put that one to the side for right now because I may want to drop it down and do something later on, but I'll hold on to it. And I'm gonna get the other side done, and then we're gonna cut y'all back on, and we're gonna be more in depth when we get to the brake master cylinder upgrade. So just stay tuned. All right, guys, I got everything back together. I got the replacement springs in there. They definitely was a fight, especially this side. But they're in there, thank God. Had to persuade them a little bit. But they're in there, everything's bolted down tight. So now we're getting ready to turn our attention to the brake master cylinder upgrade. Now, I understand that I done seen a lot of different videos of a lot of different people doing the same thing a lot of different ways. I done seen some of them eliminate this. I don't know what that is. I done seen some of them eliminate the proportion valve altogether. Obviously, if you eliminate that, you're taking away the controller. And some people get the brake lines mixed up as far as where they're supposed to go. Now, I followed my lines and traced them all the way down to the wheels. And this larger one that you would probably think is for the front, this is actually for the rear for me. Okay. The smaller one goes into a distribution block or a Y block, and then I'm gonna just show you on this side. I ain't show you on both of them. But what it does, here's the Y block there. If you can see it down there, I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can look at it. Right there, right here. All right, once it comes in from off the small line on the master cylinder, and one side goes out to the right side, and this side here is for the driver's side. I'm gonna zoom back out. And it goes down here to where it goes to the rubber hose. So I'm gonna leave it just like how it's supposed to be for now, because what I'm trying to do is do this in stages. My intent is to see if just the master cylinder upgrade improves my brake pedal feel. And if you're familiar with these 88 to 98 GMT 400 trucks, they virtually don't have a brake pedal. Now, if I pump my brakes, you know, maybe once or twice before actually hitting the brakes, it feels a little better, but I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to hit the brakes, and if ain't nobody got no seatbelt on, the head gonna hit the windshield. So I want mine to stop on a dime and leave 5 cents change. So hopefully we're gonna work towards getting that done by replacing this. And I'm gonna just do the adapter or whichever one is supposed to go on, because I'm not sure. I kind of see bits and pieces of the videos I've watched in my head, but it's got to go on one of these other ones, so the lines will hook up. But I'm gonna start out with this. If I don't like how it feels after I bleed it, then I might think about eliminating this stuff, because I know some of the older cars just got this spiral lines that's going like up and directly to the brake master cylinder. I hope I don't have to go to that extreme, but it is what it is, and we're gonna start from the beginning. So I've already sprayed both mounting bolts with penetrating oil. I sprayed the lines with penetrating oil, so hopefully they come right off. I'm getting ready to take the brake master cylinder out of the box, and I'm gonna put it up in the vise, and then I'm gonna bench bleed it, and then come over here and put put this one on. So y'all bear with me. I'm gonna get the tripod set up so y'all can watch me bench bleed it, and then we're gonna put it on and we're gonna go from there, because I got a special tool that's gonna help me pressurize the system and bleed it at all 4 wheels without nobody pressing the pedal. So y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, we're on to the brake master cylinder. As I said earlier in the video, what I went on ahead and did was took these 15mm lock nuts loose, one on each side. And what I also did was loosen these lines. I'm gonna flush the system anyway, so it don't make no difference as far as brake air getting in the system. So I'm gonna fully flush it, Lord willing, when I get the other new one on. And what I did also was spray penetrating oil on this particular fitting that's coming out of this going into the proportioning valve. Because what I'm gonna do is, since I know the brass fitting gotta go here, as you can see, I'm gonna need a little bit more clearance. So what I'm gonna do is just use them. I'm gonna try to use them pliers. They actually suck, but I'm gonna try to use them pliers to loose. I'm gonna loosen this, and then I'm gonna it's gonna come off at a little bit of an angle once I do that. So I'm gonna try to use the pliers to straighten it back up. That way I can go straight into the fitting and it'll look as stock as possible. These was them pliers I was telling y'all about. They crap, but it's better than kind of kinking the line up. And I went ahead and hooked up my bleeding, I'm gonna say, apparatus. I already got fluid in it. So what you want to do is take a large screwdriver or something and just go into this plunger, push it back and forth. I know it's better to have the clear line so you can actually see the bubbles. I've been doing this long enough to where I can look down in there and see when it's fully bled, and I can also feel the difference in the pressure. Once I get to that point, I'm gonna go ahead and put the master cylinder on the truck, and then I'll use my pressurized bleeder to get the rest of the system and see how the pedal feel. So I'm gonna put this phone back in the tripod, and we're gonna keep on moving forward. All right, guys, y'all don't want to know what I went through to get y'all this kind of camera angle. Another tool you're gonna need is this. If you got one, come on, camera, focus. If you got one of these, great. If you don't, make sure you get one, because that line that I told y'all about that was right in here, you're gonna need that to be able to get it loose just enough to kind of twist it and maneuver it in place. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and quickly take the master cylinder off, which I'm glad that I had loosened the bolts in the previous steps. And I'm gonna set this in a drain pan, and then when I cut the camera back on, oh, that joker just dropped. Man, let me put this back. I kind of knew it was going to do that, but at the same time, I thought it was going to at least hang in place until I got it to do what I wanted it to do. Let me take the lines loose first, and then I'll take these all the way off. I didn't know that tension on the lines was going to cause it to do that. And just be prepared, because obviously you're going to lose some fluid, which is fine. I got enough fluid in there to flush everything and have it out the way. Because if there's anything you shouldn't cut corners on, is your brake system. Now, this out the way. Master cylinder is off. All right, now I'm gonna go get the other one, and when I turn y'all back on, I'm gonna have it bolted up, but I ain't gonna hook the lines up yet because I want y'all to see that part. So just stay tuned. All right, y'all. Y'all see I got it bolted up, nice and tight. Don't worry about hooking that up unless you got a level sensor. But I got it hooked up now. I got it bolted up and tight. It looks a little weird to me. I guess it's because it's new. I'm so used to that low profile flat one, but hopefully the brake pedal feels the way I want it to feel. But as you can see, these lines don't bolt up. And this is why I had loosened this one. So I'm gonna have to do some modifying to be able to get this line to loop out this way some more, and then come back and go straight here into the adapter fitting. And then I'm gonna have to do this one, which I hadn't loosened it yet, to make it go back to go into the rear fitting. So I'm gonna do those because it's probably gonna take me a little while, so I ain't gonna record all that. And when I get all that hooked up, I'll have these off and the lines in place. So just stay tuned. All right, guys. I cut the camera back on so I can show y'all something that was super, super important. I don't know if anybody else has ran into this issues. If they have, they evidently didn't record it. But I ran into an issue that might be pretty valuable for some of you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on camera. So just stay tuned. Check this out. As you can see, I got it mounted. I got one line made. They ugly. I wish it was like more perfect than that, but I don't have the tool to like make it look spectacular. But anyway, I used them pliers best way I could to bend the lines. And every time I tried to put the line that's loose on, it wouldn't go. And I'm like, okay, this is obviously the time for me to put the adapter in it. But the crazy part about it is the adapter, I don't know why it is. I'm gonna get it so y'all can see it. The adapter seems to have the same like thread pitch as my factory line. So I'm like, man, what in the world? And I'm gonna get to where you can see both of these at the same time when I get to it. Y'all excuse the camera. But as y'all can see, I went to my stash and I'm looking through all the adapters that I got. And I'm like, oh man, ain't none of these gonna work. So what I did was I turned my attention to these plugs that came with the master cylinder. All right. So these tools that I made are designed to come on, camera, focus. Yeah, these little tools that I made to bleed the air out the master cylinder, I have those on these tools, but I didn't want to cut these off. So I went to searching in my shop. And guess what I found? Boom. This is the correct thread pitch and size as the plug. And I already tested it. It'll screw right in there. So what I'm going to have to do to make this work, I'm going to have to cut this off and then put the fitting on it and then put a flare on it, which I got the tools for that. I actually try not to do that kind of work so much, but I'm gonna cut it off as close as I can so I don't lose much length, and I'm gonna reflare it, and then I'm gonna just put it on with that fitting. So I'm pretty much modifying the factory line, but I thought that you had to put that adapter on, you know, or whatever, and it's supposed to make it like super easy or it wouldn't work. So either this is the wrong adapter in this pack, and I'm gonna turn this thing around so y'all can see what size, you know, it is, and you can see the part number on the actual pack, which is, I Googled it, I looked at several YouTube videos, and it was like, get this adapter, BLF-21C. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking that my truck lines was supposed to go in here, and then this thing was supposed to just screw right into the master cylinder. So I did one of the two things. I either looked up and got a master cylinder that was new body style, but yet had the same size lines on either end, which right now, at the point of me recording, I don't remember which year model I got. I looked up to get this particular master cylinder, but I'm gonna try to find that and see if I can get back with you guys, because this might be some really important information that some of us may be able to do this upgrade without buying the adapter if you got a flaring tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it hooked up so I can go ahead and bleed the brakes. But I just wanted to show y'all that, man. So that way, if anybody else run into it, sometimes it ain't just simple as putting that adapter on, because that's what I thought. So by now, I'd have been bleeding the brakes and probably had the truck cranked up to make sure the pedal feel good while it's running and all that, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to show y'all that. So I'm going to get back to it and get the lines hooked up. So y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all. I don't even know what time it is, but making that line right here, well, adding that fitting on there, man, that was a fight. That was a fight. This is what I cut off. This is my first attempt. This is my second attempt, which was leaking. So I had to pull it back off, cut a little bit more off, and then put the bubble in it and then flare it. And then once I did that, it's sitting there nice and tight. I sprayed it with brake clean. That's from when I sprayed it off some more. But it's bone dry. Now it is, because I'm wiping it off. But that brake clean that I got, I ain't buying that no more. That stuff don't dry up good. That's what I get for, excuse me, y'all. That's what I get for not going back to O'Reilly and getting my usual. But I had to do what I had to do when my favorite person wasn't there. So it is what it is. But anyway, like I was saying, it's dry, not seeping out. But I'm not going to just take that to the bank. I want to put some pressure on it and see what it feels like. So I went to try to use my tool that I told y'all about, and that went left as well, because the adapter that comes with the tool don't fit this particular opening. So I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. My wife's supposed to be on the way to come pick me up, because I'm gonna leave this truck down here. I want to rush it going home, and I'm gonna see if she'll take the time to help me at least bleed the brakes. That way, all I got to do is put the tires on, and then let y'all see how the ride height looks, and then set it down and see how it drives. So y'all just be patient with me, but I'm more than likely have to finish this video another day. All right, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, we at the end of the video. So hopefully y'all learned something. Hopefully I was able to help somebody, because I did this for the first time. I've never done this before. I did a lot of research before trying to attempt it. I been bought the parts, as I said earlier in the video. I just had to wait until I, was able to actually put them on the truck. But to give y'all my honest review, as I said I was going to do at the beginning of the video, I love it, man. To not have that dead spot before I actually feel the brakes grabbing, that's so comfortable. To just barely give it some brake and you feel it slowing down, that upgrade was well worth it. Now, I'm not sure what to make of that adapter deal. I don't know if I maybe got the wrong brass adapter put in that package or what, but thank God I had another fitting to make it work. Or I might have just got a certain year model that had that type of fitting for the lines. I don't know. I really don't even remember what year model I looked up when I looked up the master cylinder itself. So like I said, I always tell y'all that anything I can do, y'all can do if you got the right tools and the know-how, and you got the drive to at least research how to do it. And like I always tell y'all, to just be encouraged, keep wrenching, and and see you on the next one and all that good stuff. I tell y'all that because I mean it. But I'm gonna turn y'all around and let y'all get another good look at it, and then we're gonna close the video out. All right. As you can see, I think that's the factory. I don't remember replacing that master cylinder, but that's factory master cylinder, factory ABS controller, still plugged up, factory proportioning valve. I don't know what these solenoid looking things are, but they factory, all that stuff still plugged up. Only thing I did was, this is ugly, I don't like it, but I did the best I could with what I had. I just wanted to make sure I didn't crimp the lines. And as you can see, still dry, no leaks. So that's all good. But I mean, that's what it is. So take it for what it is, and hopefully you guys that want to try to do this upgrade, hopefully this video will help. Like I said, I've seen some other videos online that they're in like perfect environments and they got everything laid out to the fingertips, and I get it. I ain't knocking them, but I don't have that kind of environment to work in, and a lot of us don't, but may not admit it. So if I can do it with what I got to work with, that means any of y'all can do it. All right. So, like I always tell y'all, be encouraged. But what do I tell y'all? Dog, I done forgot myself. Don't laugh at me, y'all. But be encouraged. And then keep wrenching. Lord, I done forgot my own saying, and I say it at the end of every video. Oh yeah, be blessed, be encouraged, keep wrenching. I'll see y'all on the next video.